In this lesson, we're going to take a look at how to find missing dimensions using volume. Our first example asks you to find the height of the solid given the volume is 1,134 cubic centimeters. The diagram is one of a rectangular prism whose volume formula is area of the base times the height. Well, the base is a rectangle, so that's where the length times the width times the height comes from. We know the volume is 1,134, so we plug in this for V, and the area of the base would be the length and the width. So it would be 18 times 7, and we don't know the height. Okay? So now we have 1,134, 18 times 7 is 126, and then we divide by 126 on both sides to get 9 centimeters. In our second example, we're finding the radius of the solid given that the volume is 504 pi cubic centimeters. Well, this is the shape of a cylinder, and the formula for volume of a cylinder is pi r squared times your height. Again, we plug in the parts that we know, so the volume is 504 pi is equal to pi. We don't know the radius, so we're going to leave r squared, but we do know the height is 14. So we can divide 14 pi on both sides. And don't forget that pi because the pi's actually end up dividing out. So 504 divided by 14 would get us 36, and that's equal to r squared. We take the square root on both sides to get 6 as our radius, 6 centimeters as our radius. The third example, you have to find the area of the base given the volume of the pyramid is 134 inches cubed. And the height is 5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and label the diagram. We know that this is 5, and we know the volume is 135 inches cubed. So the volume for a pyramid is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. The volume is 135, and it's equal to 1/3. We don't know the area of the base, so I'm going to keep that as capital V. And the height, again, is 5. So our first step would be to get rid of that fraction by multiplying both sides by the denominator. In doing that, the 1/3 and the 3 divide out, and I multiply by 3 on the other side. So those divide out, and 3 times 135 is 405, and we're left with 5 times the area of the base on the right. We divide by 5 to get 81 inches squared for the area of the base. Go ahead and cross this out. It's not a cylinder, it is a cone. So find the radius of the cone given that the volume is 147 pi cubic yards and the height is 9 yards. So we know that the height is perpendicular to the radius. So I'm going to label that 9. The volume of the cone is 1/3 times pi r squared h. The volume is 147 pi, and it's equal to 1/3 pi r squared times 9. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that fraction first. So we multiply by 3 on both sides, and that divides with the fraction, and we multiply by 3 on the other side, and we would get 441 pi is equal to pi r squared times 9. Next, we divide by 9 pi to get r squared by itself. The pi's divide out, and 441 divided by 9 is 49, and that's equal to r squared. If I take the square root on both sides, your radius is equal to 7 yards.